Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because we've got some breaking news.
Yes.
We have a bank that actually failed today. And I am here with the one and only Economic Ninja.
Thank you. Actually, the real breaking news is that you're going to be dropping a second video in one day.
Yes, that is breaking news.
That's
actually
the breaking news. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, Silicon Valley Bank is the 18th largest bank in the United States. And we woke up this morning with news that, hey, there could be a bank problem. And Janet Yellen said, hey, there could be issues with this bank. And
don't worry.
Yeah, but don't worry, because we have our eye on it. So Grandma Yellen says that we have our eye on the bank and not to worry. And then 1 hour later,
Closed.
closed.
That's a really nice eye. When your grandma comes out and goes, "Don't worry, everything's fine. Your life's about to end." Like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
So need to say when your lights went out. So
I buy cheap stuff.
Okay.
I'm the economic ninja.
So sorry about that. Anyways, the bank went down for the count today,
Yes.
guys. And this is devastating because I'll give you guys a little bit of a background. Before I had the production company and doing YouTube, I produced medical and startup conferences in the medtech and biotech space. One of the largest banks that I dealt with over and over and over again was Silicon Valley Bank. And they were a huge player in the biotech and startup space for a myriad of reasons. And whenever you have a startup, the first thing everybody thinks they need is money, clearly. But the one thing that Silicon Valley Bank is they were a brilliant liaison to getting things done. And what I mean by that is, let's say you had something that you were going to manufacture a product in the biotech space or the medical space. They had people in all these different aspects of that industry that would vet these companies and would help you get access to capital.
Yeah.
These people were huge in daily funding and lines of credit, company cash flow, all this stuff. And it's absolutely devastating because this is going to destroy so many other industries in short order.
Yeah, before you jump into why it's going to do it, let's run through the FDIC's alerts, okay? Check this out. This started, these were updating this morning, about 11:35 Eastern time they came out. FDIC, SVB Bank closed by California regulator. Then the next one, FDIC, SVB Bank is first insured institution to fail this year.
In 2023.
That's right. And I love how they use the word first because there's many more coming. FDIC creates a deposit insurance national bank of Santa Clara. There's a reason for this. Then it says FDIC named Federal Deposit Insurance FDIC as receiver. So we already have a receiver named. And then FDIC creates a deposit insurance national bank of Santa Clara. You want to know why? Because not all of those accounts are insured by FDIC.
It's a huge problem. And what you're going to see is that the FDIC, in 2008, when everything basically happened, the last time they went and had the insurance amount of $100,000 and they went and raised that to $250,000. And the problem with it is that not everybody's going to be covered by this insurance.
That's right. Check this out. It says here, all insured depositors will have full access to their insured deposits no later than Monday morning, March 13th. So as of right now, anybody in that bank has zero.
Closed. You don't have access to your credit cards. You don't have access to the accounts. They had branches throughout the western part of the United States, and you can't get your access to any money right now.
You got a special phone call from a subscriber.
Now, I have a subscriber that works for a startup company that I can't say the industry that they're in, but this guy was one of the largest startups in the United States. They were voted as one of the best places to work for in the startup community. And he woke up this morning to no paycheck. And he started calling around and everybody said, hey, we're not getting a check. You're not getting a check. Don't worry, it'll be resolved by lunchtime. And then he gets another phone call. Don't worry, it'll be resolved by the end of the day. And now you find out that the FDIC has seized the bank and seized Silicon Valley Bank. And think about this. This is payroll from his company that's being ran through Silicon Valley Bank, and nobody's getting a paycheck. And I hate to break it to him now, but I mean, you're not getting your money this weekend. This is not going to get resolved by the end of the day. There's no way.
Yeah, put in the comment section if anybody here has had their paycheck seized this weekend by this bank. We're talking about the 18th largest bank in America.
Yeah.
This is not a joke right now.
Yeah, this is going to be huge news. But the contagion of this is that so many industries, people don't realize what banks do with the payroll, with lines of credit for innovation, manufacturing, development, inventory, everything that's done through a bank. And Silicon Valley Bank is so huge when it comes to this. I mean, you guys, I do not know a medical conference event, medtech, biotech, or anything that had the startups or people raising money that these guys were not a major player at. They're going to be sorely missed. This is absolutely devastating.
Now, a lot of people might think that this is a small bank. We just said it's the 18th largest bank because of the size of the deposits and what assets they have under management. But honestly, they have 17 branches in California and Massachusetts. From looking at their website, you go, they're not that big of a threat, but they really are, because like Dan says, they're running a lot of companies' payroll through these this branch that's now been seized. Now check this out. It says right here, banking activities will resume no later than Monday, March 13th. So you are literally witnessing a banking holiday going on right now. Something we've been warning about forever. Now I know it's only one bank. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get smaller. Then it's going to get really bad later this year. But check this out. This includes all online banking and other services. So if this was your only bank, you're screwed this weekend.
And the one thing I always tell people is have money out of your bank and have multiple bank accounts. And this is another warning. This is not Fred's bank, guys. This is not some little tiny bohunk bank in the South. This is the 18th largest bank in the United States right now. This is absolutely devastating, and so many people are going to feel this. And you know, time and again, we've talked about this happening. Banks have practiced cyber attacks. Banks have practiced power outages. Banks have practiced internet outages. Yep. And now you're seeing this go live. And what happened in 2006 and 2007, and you brought up such a great point at breakfast this morning, and that was that, Ben Bernanke and Maria Bartiromo get together and they're talking about, hey, everything's great, not to worry, not to worry. And as Maria's peppering Bernanke with questions, it's everything's fine, until it wasn't, until the music stopped. And guys, the music is stopping right now. This is going to affect so many other people, but it's not some hillbilly bank. This is a major player.
Let's talk about some other things. Check this out. California has been getting slammed with insane extreme weather. In just the last week or so, they have had record amounts of snow, literally like 12 feet of snow dump in certain areas, mountain communities. Check this out. A day ago, 13 bodies found in San Bernardino County mountain communities are dug out. I had a subscriber tell me that she was literally entrapped in her house in San Bernardino. They were promising that the National Guard was going to come. They never came. Never. Literally, they showed up. They started to deploy a week later. That's how fast your government comes to save you. But check this out. 17 banks over Massachusetts and California. Right now, we have a massive storm about to hit California. Just now, 13 hours ago, rain rates in California during newest storm may reach 1 inch per hour. Now, think about this. There are people that are preparing right now for a flood. There are people right now that do not have access to their bank. Yeah. They can't even go and get,
can't go buy sandbags, can't go buy anything, can't go buy food to stay in the house for the weekend.
Hopefully they're diversified in their banks. This is what you and I have been talking about. And we get excited about this kind of stuff because it's going to get worse. I'm going to tell you right now, if you think this is doom and gloom or fear mongering, then you definitely need to go watch Cats on another video channel, because
Catterday.
Yeah. That's catastrophe. Oh, jeez. Don't even get me started. But the point being is that we're ready to take advantage of this. We're not going to sit down and let banks take us down. They're going to be doing bail-ins. You may want to talk about the difference in the bail-ins and bail-outs.
Well, we've talked about this before, but just to remind everybody is that in 2006 and 2007, leading to 2008, the banks had failures. You had Lehman Brothers, you had Bear Stearns, you had all these, people. Wachovia was taken over by Wells Fargo. Yep. And then Bank of America bought Merrill Lynch and was forced to, by the way. So, you had these mergers that were put upon us, and people were sucked up, but the banks were bailed out. They were given government money. With Dodd-Frank, they have talked about bail-ins. And what this is, guys, is that they're going to give people shares inside of the bank. And this is happening right now with Silicon Valley Bank, where they're basically giving people a coupon saying, hey, here's where your money's at. What
if it looks like Monopoly money?
Oh, I know. I don't know. But think about how crazy this is, guys. You've got, this one company that has over 200 employees that didn't get paid. You know that they have over $250,000 in that bank. Yep. The people are getting paid more than $1,000. So what do they do? And
it's getting worse. Check this out. I've got another bank that I'm going to be talking about later today. I don't know when you're going to post this, but that's experiencing a bank run right now. A lot of rumors flowing. Hedge funds are pulling. I talked to a hedge fund person inside that says we're pulling money right now out of this bank. But look at this, Wells Fargo. You're talking about Wells Fargo. Right now, this morning, people woke up to negative bank balances.
Negative.
In Wells Fargo.
There was a computer glitch that said they had negative bank balances in their account. Now, what happens when somebody uses their debit card and they buy something? Do they get charged an overdraft fee by those thieves at Wells Fargo?
Heck yeah, they do.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, they even lie about how many people have deposits on the bank. I mean, we're talking about thieves and liars. That's why you need to be diversified and you need to be ready, because these thieves and liars are going to steal your home when your home collapses in value and you care more about the cost of food over paying your mortgage, and they're going to gladly come grab it. Yeah. And that's what we need to get ready for.
We've talked about this, you guys, to a point. This is happening right now. And yeah, Grandma Yellen comes out yesterday. Oh, we're watching these. Don't be concerned. And then it gets seized at 8 o'clock this morning. It's great. So the other thing is that yesterday we also found out that Silicon Valley Bank wasn't so innocent, and that they had transferred billions of dollars to Brex, another fintech company, and set up thousands of accounts yesterday, knowing that this was going to happen today. So they took care of themselves without taking care of their regular shareholders.
And just so you guys know, Brex is literally specializing in destroying your jobs. They literally have fintech tools for CEOs and CFOs to be able to fire you, because ChatGPT and their tools are going to be able to replace you as an employee.
Yeah, AI is going to replace so many different jobs and so many writing positions. Seriously, you could get to a point that you could read a newspaper and you could have the majority of the stories not be written by a physical writer. You're going to have these AI programs write information on everything from sports and everything else.
Now check this out. When we did our live stream this morning, the big story of the day was that stocks sell off as the Dow tumbles for 4 days on jitters about the banking industry, and it was only down 111 points. As of the recording of this, we're now down over 400 points, and now it reads, stock sell-off accelerates, Dow tumbles 400 points as Silicon Valley Bank failure spooks investors. So it looks like they're starting to wake up.
Because this is it, guys. But please, get yourself, and if you are on a fixed income, if you have just your Social Security, have some money out of the bank. Go to the bank and have some cash. Have access to money so that you can eat if something happened and your bank shut down. These people, like the person we spoke to today, and I cannot say the industry that the guy was in because it would give away the company, but this guy was talking about people aren't going to have a paycheck, and he was hoping they were going to have it resolved by the end of the day. But according to all this, there's no way that that's going to happen.
Check this out. Payrolls rose 311,000 in February, more than expected, showing solid growth. What do you think about that, Dan?
I think it's fantasy land, guys. I think it's absolutely made up. I think it's absolutely false. The big number, they said think about this. This was bad for the economy. If the Fed came out, the number anticipated was 265,000 jobs. If it was right at 265, the world would be perfect, which I still don't understand and believe. But if it was up, if it was more than that, the economy was doomed.
So check this out. Non-farm payrolls was expected to rise 225,000.
225.
Yeah, Dow Jones. And we're talking payrolls, right? It actually rose 311,000. That is absolutely insane. Well, what's that going to push the Federal Reserve to do?
Raise interest rates, baby.
Love it. So we're in a banking crisis. We've got runaway inflation and a solid growth path for businesses.
But don't count food and don't count fuel in your inflation, Travis.
That's right. The numbers are better.
Because, yeah.
I can thank our president for that, because he changed the definition.
Guys, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy right now. And but this is the beginning of something very serious right now. And protect yourself. Go out and get yourself diversified with different banks and credit unions. You're going to see a potential problem with a lot of credit unions that have exposure to what? The auto industry.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Well, let me jump into this really quick. Average hourly earnings climbed 4.6% from a year ago. That's what we're talking about, the non-farm payrolls, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How's that 4.6% average increase in wages helping you out when you go to the grocery store? Put that in the comment section.
No.
I mean, look at eggs. I mean, they're literally like worth gold right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous right now.
Yep. And the auto industry is absolutely. Oh, we
lost another life.
It's like a sign.
Sorry.
But the auto industry is absolutely imploding, and we're seeing credit being very seriously judged now because banks are tightening their lending standards for people trying to buy new cars. What about people that literally go paycheck to paycheck and they can't afford a new car, but their car just broke down? So now they are forced into the market. And if they're poor, then they're forced into the low end market, which is actually on a percentage basis the most inflated of all the cars.
You got 65% of the average people watching this video, of Americans right now, do not have enough set aside to cover 1 month's expenses. And again, I tell everybody to get out of debt. The Ninja tells everybody to get out of debt.
Yep.
But one thing you need to do is you need to have a slush fund. You need to have emergency cash if something happens. Even if you have a ton of debt, you need to have emergency money set aside so that if something happens, if the car breaks down, that you can cover yourself. And again, you know, the Ninja talks a lot about side hustles and making money, and I believe in 100% of that. But right now, look at what's happening. This is serious. This bank failing that came, you know, out of the blue. And then when you read the stories about how they fleeced the bank the night before, they knew that this was going to happen. This is terrible. People should go to jail for what they did, but they won't. You know, it'll, you know, so.
I completely agree. I'm going to cover this on my channel a little bit more in depth when we get on there, but auto loan delinquencies reached their highest rate since 2010. Remember, 2010 was the depths of the Great Recession. We were finding a bottom as far as the economy and the consumer being able to finally dig themselves out of losing their home, having their credit destroyed. Hopefully they can go from bankruptcy into getting a new home and rebuilding their lives. This is staggering. And based on higher rates.
Look at everything that's happening right now. All of the layoffs,
yeah,
the problems with interest rates, the problems with real estate, the problems with construction, the problems with the home builders that are not going to complete all the homes. They're still paying people right now with lines of credit to do different stages of construction, but you're going to see these houses and tracks not be completed. It's going to happen. You can rent these things out, but people need that thing called a job to pay for things.
Yep.
And this is going to be a problem. So just wanted to do a quick video today for you guys. Please do not forget to take a look at the Economic Ninja and subscribe to the Economic Ninja. I'm sorry I didn't say that in the beginning.
Yeah, I sort of figured that was going to happen.
Okay.
Just
okay.
joking.
But please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget we have an email list that you should sign up for. That we have all this breaking news that's coming out. Some of the stuff that he and I are working on right now that you guys, we won't talk about here, but we're going to talk about via the email list that you're going to want to be part of. So please don't forget to sign up for the email list. The link is below on that. And if you want more exclusive content, there is Patreon as well. And onward and upward, guys. And thank you for, you know, being here for this special video. But again, crazy times, guys. Get yourself ready. And there's a lot going on right now. Okay.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Onward and upward. I'll see you soon.
See you.